Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody.
I will start first.
All right, definitely.
Okay.
No worries.
So, alright. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our learning hour session. I'm Adib, and I'm delighted to be your host for today's session. We are honored to have our expert trainer, Mr. Fareez Shahfiqar, who will be sharing valuable insights on unlocking the power of ChatGPT, crafting prompts for maximum impact. Alright. Alright. During the session, please feel free to ask questions in the chat box below. Mr. Faris will address all questions at the end of the session. As a reminder, please keep your microphones muted throughout the session to avoid any disruptions. Without further ado, I hand over the floor to Mr. Faris.
All right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for keeping this 1 hour today just to understand a little bit more about our topic today. Basically, how do you want to learn how to prompt for better impact? First of all, I just want to share with you, there are many different type of prompting. There's different ways that you can actually do. I'm sharing with you what works for me. I'll share with you a basic introduction about myself, and after that you'll see how we actually can move forward from here. Give me 2 minutes to share my screen. Okay, so today our topic for today is unlocking the power of ChatGPT. A lot of people, a lot of buzzwords about ChatGPT, a lot of different methods of a lot of different gurus, different trainers that teach you different prompts. For me, I apply it for works for me because for me, I believe that generative AI or ChatGPT is basically a genius person that is a 10-year-old. So small kid that is 10 years old who have access or knowledge of all the whole world, but then if you ask them the wrong question, they will answer the wrong question. Siapa sini ada anak mesti tahu. Oh, how was school? It was okay. It was fine. Same goes to sebenarnya you want to know more, but same goes to ChatGPT. There's a lot more stories, a lot more things that the ChatGPT or generative AI can do for you. It all based on how you ask the question. You can go you can go the strict parents way. You tell me exactly what you did, what time you did, apa makan semua. Or you can do the so-called gentle parenting and say, what is the thing that makes you most happy today? Did you play with any new friends? So you get different questions, get different answers. That's one thing about ChatGPT. It is a database and has access to one of the biggest database in the world. Some people even say boleh lawan dengan Gemini for that matter. So what I'm going to share with you today a little different things that we can do and limitations and some of the things that we can do are actually prompt better. So yep. So, a quick introduction about myself. My name is Fareez Shahfiqar. Most people know me as the skilled craftsman because I help craft various types of intelligence. One of the specialization that I focus on also is AI. I also specialize in EQ, IQ, AQ, SQ, and also IQ. Various different type of trainings. I have over 15 years of corporate experience. Most of my background is toward ICT and also telecommunication. So Alhamdulillah, given the opportunity for the past 12 months, also managed to train and impact close to 12,000 people, various types of training. So I'll just do a quick introduction. The reason why I'm here, what we are going to focus on is digital and AI lifestyle. So we can see how we can use AI, generative AI, specifically ChatGPT, how we can automate and make our life easier moving forward. So we also do other trainings as well for under Excel Academy. So these are the trainings that I've done so far in various types of field. My background is neuroscience background and directed communication psychology. So I mix human intelligence as well as digital intelligence moving forward. So these are the programs that I've done. So the one thing that I can actually highlight to you today that actually fits to what we are sharing today is I've also done programs on under SME Corp on how you can use generative AI. That was last year in July last year. How generative AI can use for PMKS or as well we know it is MSSME, micro, small and medium enterprise. Also done many programs with MDET as you can see on the top. All right, done many programs for MDET under Jelajah Digital where I share various types of tools that you can actually use not just ChatGPT, various types of AI tools can use for daily life, regardless whether you're as a student, as a corporate person. And recently, I've done under Excel Academy, we did AI administrative AI for Norfolk. So we have highlighted that, and you can see most of my background is towards digital as well as psychological. Okay, so before we move forward, I would like some interactiveness before we can move forward. So bukan, it's not just one way. So as I mentioned just now, my background is neuroscience. I'm a neuroscience coach, and I have also done various types of background psychology. So the idea now is I would like everybody in the chat box choose among all these four characters yang simbol ni, square, triangle, pentagon, and also circle. Please write down in the chat box which one do you think you are? Which persona that you relate the most? Oh, I feel like I relate the most to square. I feel like I relate the most to pentagon, or I relate the most to circle. Please write down in the chat box. And then from there, let's understand a little bit more about what type of character you are through the symbol. Okay, so I'll give everybody 2 minutes just to write down in the chat box what symbol that you are, so that we can actually make this a little bit more interactive, and different type of persona will approach. The reason why I say this, different type of persona will approach AI differently. Some people want to use AI or generative AI prompting, I nak macam ni, I nak macam ni, macam ni. So from here forward, to understand that as much as AI is smart, AI has a lot of different type of um, information. It all boils down to what you want to use with it. So that's the reason why this exercise is shown. So let's give everybody about 5 minutes or so to write down in the chat box what symbol that fits most to you as a character. Do you think you are a square, triangle, pentagon, or even circle? Boleh? Can everybody write down in the chat box? Circle. Okay, great. Pentagon. Yeah, I will write. So this, even though this learning hour, I want to make it very interactive. As well, we can see most online training, macam everybody just join in and dengar je. So now at least we can do something together. Then after that, we can go straight with the prompt. Okay, we have a lot of 17 participants here. So sekarang so far there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 person. Come, let's share a little bit more. We want to understand so we can be more interactive. Square, great. Let me count how many more percent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eight. Let's at least have a few more. Can everybody? Hmm, Ada 10 orang pun okey, cantik. Square, pentagon. Okay, great. When you recount, once you reach 10, then you can move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 10. Okay, great. After this, we will just go through with it. So, whoever wants to jump in, can just write down. Okay, let's see. So, somebody who chose square this now. There you go. So, orang yang rajin dan dedikasi. Somebody who is very hardworking and dedicated. So, congratulations. Okay, who chose triangle just now? So, orang yang baik dan murah hati. Somebody is kind-hearted and very generous. Oh, so I'm sure you tengah senyum-senyum seorang-seorang kan kat dalam tu. Siapa triangle tadi tu? Ada seorang, tak nak cakap. Tak ada. Triangle. Okay, so pentagon. Hmm? So orang yang dihormati dan disayangi. Somebody who is loved and respected. Congratulations, pentagon. You must be somebody who is very loved and respected. Mira. Ha. Wavy tail, huh? Very good, very good. So most of us, I believe that most of us are circle. And let's see. Huh. Correct or not? Somebody who always think about food, sleep, IG, and Facebook and TikTok. Correct or not correct? Anybody? This dah semua orang. Tak adalah. This is just a icebreaker so that we can, break break the ice and everybody understand each other roughly, to make this interactive, this learning hour not so boring lah. Okay, now let's get back to the. By the way, this is not a sanction or official test. This is just a funny icebreaker for all of us to work together. Janganlah cakap tiba-tiba orang circle semua asyik suka tidur je macam sedih pun sangat lah pula. Okay, great. So what is AI? Apa tu AI? Artificial intelligence is actually involved in development of machines that mimic human cognitive function, such as learning, reasoning, and problem solving. So most of AI system, specifically generative AI system, actually process a lot of data, and from that data, they understand insights and automatically decide and what to act on based on that particular information. So subset of AI, there's a lot. There's different type of AI. There's AI agents, there's LLMs, and various types of this. But currently now, the one that we want to focus on is LLM, large language model, which is large language model tu macam nasi. Kalau nak pergi perumpamaan, large language model is nasi. ChatGPT is nasi ayam si Saleha. Gemini is nasi ayam. So each of companies, most of IT companies has their own version of LLM, regardless whether it's public or private. Even Petronas has their own version of LLM where it it has all the personal and also sensitive information that Petronas employees can use for themselves. So they have access to internet, but they also have a security feature that focus on information that's private and confidential for the particular company itself. So generative AI, you can do so many things. So the most popular generative AI, as most of you know, is ChatGPT. Most of the prompts that you can use for ChatGPT, prompt for any generative AI can be used for all, regardless whether it's DeepSeek, Gemini, Copilot. As most people know, Copilot, Microsoft has invested in OpenAI, the company that runs ChatGPT. So most of the premium functions of ChatGPT, technically you can get some of them on Copilot as well. Tapi Copilot, a lot of people are using from legacy lah. Siapa yang dah guna Microsoft, dah lama guna Microsoft Copilot. But because ChatGPT became most popular, especially during Raya, most of us learn to, tiba-tiba most of learn how to generate image generation. Apa Ghibli, there's some of them done different type of theme for ChatGPT. And I know, I think lately this week, I see a lot of people do the action figure punya prompt. A lot of people can learn it from there. So one thing I like about generative AI is that you need to learn to experiment. You'll be able to learn from various types of prompt. Prompt there, it can be very specific or it can be very general, which it boils down to how you want to use it. So we will move forward after this. Wait, let me see. I see there's a question. Copilot is as good as ChatGPT. I will not say yes. ChatGPT Premium has better features, but some before the image generation, about 8 months ago, ChatGPT Premium, you need to use you only can do image generation for ChatGPT Premium, but Copilot already has that function. It's not as good, but the function is available, is there. So ChatGPT, because Microsoft invests in ChatGPT, so ChatGPT will provide some of the function to Copilot, just that Copilot is specifically focused on various different things, which we will get into it. Generally, kalau you want to compare generative AI, let's just say the main four. ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, which is under Google, and now the most so-called, I think 3 months ago, DeepSeek. So each of them has various different type of specialization. For me, it's based on how you use it. Dia macam kereta. You can have the best car in the world, but you tak reti bawa kereta pun tak guna. You don't know how to use the full function pun tak guna. You can have the best car in the world. You're just investing for no reason. And the other one I think some of you guys might heard is perplexity. Perplexity is actually very good as well. Prompting wise, we will learn from that after this. But I will share with you all the links. Gemini, Copilot, Perplexity, ChatGPT, and also DeepSeek. The evolution of AI is very, very fast. Whoever comes up with a new feature today, less than 3 months, somebody will have the same feature, will probably be better. So the punya race to be the best AI, the best AI platform, it changes every 2 to 3 months. Okay, so okay. So benefit of using AI on a daily work is can increase the efficiency, increase the creativity, personalized experience, and also continuous learning. Oh, got a question. No worries. Thank you, Vivian. So most people use AI. Like for me, I use AI on a regular basis. I have lots of ideas. I don't know how to proceed. I don't know what to do. So what I do is I use ChatGPT as a idea dumping ground and let it help me to streamline it. Oh, I have an idea like this. Tapi betul ke? Lepas tu tiba-tiba macam, okay, like example, I went for, I give you a story lah. Story lagi senang nak accept. I went for a raya open house with my family. Then one of my cousins says, hey, I saw, do you know that the world time now is getting shorter? Now the world 24 hours is going to be, we lost 6 hours already. Sebab this monk been reading this transcript usually takes 24 hours, but then now sunrise, sunset lagi cepat. And somehow they did the calculation is already we lost 6 hours. So now we only have 18 hours a day. I was like, betul ke? Can you state the source? Macam, I understand that you will lose hours here and there, tapi tak adalah sampai 6 jam. So what I do is, I go to ChatGPT, turn on the search function, turn on the deep research, deep thinking, based on then I told them, oh, I heard that the world is losing 6 hours. What's this theory about? Then he told me about the theory. And the fact, basically, I use ChatGPT to fact check. Then from there, because I do a lot of postings online. I do a lot of posting, especially on LinkedIn, on various types of theories that you can apply for yourself, regardless whether through neuropsychology or even AI. So kita double check balik, double check. The theory that so-called she saw from a Instagram video that just, those generic Instagram video yang macam, oh, the world is going to end kind of thing. So, bila nak fact check balik, it's called time loss theory. Time loss theory shows that now new generation, we spend less time. We have less time in productivity wise because the 18 hours is minus of 6 hours of sleep. So that's why you only have this 18 hours for productivity hours for you to do whatever you need to do. So from there, I can like, betul lah ni, tak betul. So for me, I use ChatGPT in various types of idea generation, creativity, personalized experience, and I can actually teach the ChatGPT, especially if you have premium, to actually provide you information that is easier for you. If your information, how you process information is visual or point form or story, you can actually teach the ChatGPT through machine learning. Basically, the back end is called machine learning. They will teach you back. Oh, please tell me the story about para Miswara, but put it in a more exciting and action-packed like Steven Spielberg movie. Then they will tell you. They will give you all the facts, but the way that it portray is very different. That's why it calls personalized experience. And from there, you can do continuous learning. Kalau kita pergi chat, if you want to see before generative AI, whatever you want to do, we Google it. Sekarang most people don't Google it anymore because ChatGPT has the internet function where they can actually double check with their current database plus the whole internet. And also you can activate the deep think to see whether betul ke tak. Let them do. After this, I'll share with you a little bit how it works. So just go on with it. Some of the challenge. Okay, one thing about challenges of API, balanced perspective. They will always have bias and discrimination. People always feel that the AI will replace their job, privacy concern, and also right, uh, ethical constraints. A lot of people tell result AI is going to replace my job. AI is going to replace the job of the person who doesn't know how to use AI. Yes, if you go to ChatGPT, all the five things that I shared just now, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Gemini, Copilot, Perplexity. And I just want to share with you, I actually know the CEO of the first Malaysian LLM. It's called Malam, which I can share with you the details. That is specifically helped to cater to Malaysian culture. They can speak Manglish, Mandarin, Tamil, Malaysian, Kedah, Sabah. I think we share with you. I share with you the different types. The prompting wise is the same. It's just that each of the generative AI or LLM will give you various types of different answer. You can ask the same question. After this, you can do. We can ask the same question. If you guys are in front of a laptop, we can try. All of us can ask the same question. Or majority of us will get different type of results. So that's why it's bias and discrimination. Because they again they are not human. They do not take into account a lot of other factors. So when you want to use generative AI, please take into account that the one they are not always right. Second, take into account the human factor. Okay. Alright. So most people are worried, oh, kita nak bayar ke ChatGPT 100 sebulan. Again, my point of this is before you proceed to any AI tool, regardless what tools it is, um, take into account how often you use it. The cost benefit analysis. If you pay RM100 a month, but you only use it 3-4 kali seminggu, 3-4 kali sebulan, no point. And then check into account different subscription models. Some companies already have their own subscription models to their company's web server. Like for example, Copilot. Some people already use Office 365. Sekarang they already bundle Copilot with Office 365. So you want to check, boleh. Open source alternative. ChatGPT you still can use free if you don't want to register. First, you don't want to register, you still can use it limitation. If you register, there's more functions, but you have limit also. But if you pay, there is different limit. Right now, on top of that, there's a extra pricing that you want to pay to team or you want to use a lot of team. And ongoing support, AI will always change. So you need to be take into account that whatever you learn today, in 6 months from now, whatever I prepare for you today, in 6 months from now, might be obsolete. Because now, even moving forward, most companies already implement AI agents. AI agents is basically digital workers. You already tell them exactly what you need to do, they will do it. No need to tell them anymore. LLM is going down. LLM is most general people. This is my perspective. You know for a fact that AI is become mainstream when your atuk or your uncle when you go to uh, beraya, they start giving you instruction how to do the Gimli punya prompt. Then you know already, okay, dia dah mainstream. It's what happened to Facebook lah. Bila orang-orang tua dah masuk Facebook, everybody move on to the next thing, which is what IG. Next, IG goes to TikTok. And TikTok lepas ni tak tahu apa. So, the thing, my point is, it's not to look down on people, but it's basically things keep moving. New things will come up. So, take into account, follow the right people lah. So, like, now we get into the ChatGPT, a powerful AI assistant. It can increase your writing, idea generation, personalized learning, and also effective research. Now we get into prompting and parameters. So for you to create an effective prompt, it has to be very clear, and you yourself faham apa yang you nak beritahu when you ask them. If you simply type down, then when you reread it, they'll be like, what the then means that even the ChatGPT also might not understand you as well and understand the parameters of whatever temperature or fine tune the result. I will share with you a few things. But one of the things that I usually do is prompting wise, you make sure that you follow STAR. Situation, task, action, and result. Situation, tell the AI what is the situation or how you want what happened. Like for example, you not tell a story to your friend, you need to, you know that day somebody stole my wallet. That is just result. But you don't tell that person what happened, what task, or what action that really leads to that result. Again, as smart as AI is, as our ChatGPT is smart, you need to remember that whatever you ask them, they will respond to that. So put the AI into a situation. We will put into it after this. Tell the task exactly what you want and what are the action and the results. So we will see after this. Define the context. Like for example, you want to do marketing campaign. We are launching a eco-friendly bottle. Please create a marketing campaign. Then you put in the detail. Social media, partnership, and whatnot. Analyze the impact. I want to increase brand awareness or I want to increase sales. You want them to tell you exactly. If you just generally just champa, okay, please create a marketing campaign like this, it will come up very generic. So now let's get into prompting. Okay, this is one thing I would like to share to everybody. If anybody has questions, feel free to ask. Okay, so before we proceed, can everybody here, at least 10 people, type to me basically type in the chat box how many R are there in strawberry? Ada berapa R as in Russia dalam strawberry? Okay, okay, everybody type. How many R are there in strawberry? Three. Sure, three, ah? Sure. Everybody confirm, ah? I asked my 7-year-old seven. Okay. This is ChatGPT in a in a free account. ChatGPT free account. No login. Tak ada apa-apa, kosong. Okay, everybody agree that's free, eh? Okay, sekarang dia dah pandai. Okay, let me try. Ya. Ha, ni tak ada sign up. Oh, dia dah pandai. Sometimes when you do this without logging in, dia dah pandai. They calculate there's only 2 R in strawberry. Okay, share with you. Hmm. Yeah, this is what happened. Incorrect R in strawberry. They already updated. Orang asyik guna. Incorrect stage, there's 2. Because they are confused. That's what I said. Why does nampak? So sometimes you need to understand that they are not 100% correct. Okay? Okay, so now I want to share with you something very interesting. So how I use ChatGPT, I have a Plus account. So how I use ChatGPT various ways. There's Sora that does video generation. Sora video. Okay. So how I use ChatGPT, I use it to dump a lot of information to, yeah. Okay. Ha. So I wanted to try the deep research. And nak taruh tepi. Okay, I wanted to try deep research. I want to see what's the capability of deep research. So what I did is, so if you have any idea inside your head that you want to try and want to test and want to see how interesting or how you can expand the idea, you can always go to ChatGPT. So this is what my prompt is. You can follow different type of prompts, but you have to make sure that the prompt has to be clear and precise. So everybody can read my prompt, right? Help me run a simulation in the world will be an aspect of the 17 United Nations Sustainability Goals in 25 years if the roles of men and women are reversed in terms of leadership and diversity. Means all major roles of government, private sector, and NGO reversed, where man is a minority. So basically what I try to ask ChatGPT, okay, PK, if in 25 years, all the role of men and women has been reversed. A lot of women were actually really happy with this lah, ChatGPT. Dia boleh quote me with ChatGPT. I share with my wife, tu lah, you should have, men or women should have take over the world. So, dia cakap, it's a fascinating scenario. Simulate the 17 United Nations Sustainability Goals. So, if somebody guys don't know, it's okay, you just search. So, SDG is focused in gender equality, education, economic growth, basic necessity. So, what they ask is, should they analyze? Nampak? Dia dah biasa, dia understand what I wanted to say. They will ask me, analyze specific areas, simulation, narrative, story based, or data modeling, or both. What any particular SDG that you want me to focus on, or do you want me to assume that men are strategically excluded? So from that, I already replied. Number one, global shift, focus on Malaysia, a mix of both, all 17 SDGs, and also underrepresented. Okay, it took them a while, took them almost 9 minutes for them to share the scenario, and this is what ChatGPT thinks if the world is woman is led by the world, the impact of SDG. So my takeaway from this is always try to test ChatGPT. You because yes, you will learn various prompting. Prompting will always change. The more prompt, the more that you play, the more that you get information from ChatGPT, the better for it to understand what you want. Kalau you just want to do it perfect every single time, it will not happen because they don't know you yet. Macam from me, I've been using this for quite some time. They will ask me the question, what type of things that we want. So whatever it is, just try to be clear, concise, and keep asking questions. And some of the things that I do, background is dah keluar. So about 27% is about in leadership. So in 2025, they will change, and based on the so-called simulation report, it shows that okay, SDG number satu, no poverty. Yes, women will reduce the poverty. Malaysia specific. Saya nak go through the report macam banyak. But the reason why I chose deep simulation, a deep thing, so that they will find the where did they get from. Because one thing difference with ChatGPT, kalau you don't ask where they get the information from, you, they might be hallucinating. Hallucinating means information that is not correct. They just they just tell you what. Like macam budak-budak lah, like I mentioned this morning. When you ask a kid the information that you want, the information they don't really want to say, they'll just lie. They'll just confidently say, yeah, everything's okay. Then after that, later, petang-petang sikit, baru dia akan cerita, oh, this is what happened, this is what happened. So, SDG number one, zero hunger, good health and well-being. So, in the end, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, report yang sangat-sangat macam because there's 17 different type of SDG. So, we just go to the conclusion. So, quarter 25 to 2025 to 2025 simulate a profound transformation. A woman assumed in leadership role worldwide and Malaysia will progress towards the SDG goal. A notable acceleration. So my point is open up your mind to ask them whatever questions that you malu ke apa ke you wanted to know, just ask. Remember the one that I mentioned to you about the theory? Uh, um, hmm. This is the time theory. Macam actually ask spending time theory. Macam, time loss theory if I'm not mistaken. So is this valid? Is this valid? It's valid, but it's a conceptual word. So whenever that you want to put the prompt, let's just try. Okay, we do one prompt. We do one very clear prompt. Can anybody give me a product or a situation that we want to try? You just put it in the chat room, then we will try. Kita buat live sikit. Give me a product or a situation that you want to see the capability of the ChatGPT, how I do my prompt. Can you hear me? So this is macam ni. I have a fear of flying insects. So I ask a very generic question. What is fear of flying insects? Mesti bagi idea. Then because of that, they already because of I've been using ChatGPT for quite some time for various things. They have different type of yeah. One example that I can give. What is introvert and extrovert? How do you define and understand and categorize it? Clear. Did I clear without I? Okay, definition of introvert is this. Introvert of extrovert is this. The reason why I want you to start simple, then later on add the prompting more, is so that the ChatGPT can understand what are you looking for. Then later on, moving forward, you get more information. So these are categorized spectrum and neuropsychiatric or psychological perspective, practical effect. Okay, is this aspect valid in today's age and environment? And how can we practice this and apply this? Okay, then only they will, oh, okay, you want to see it valid today. Yes, it comes with a scientific report and cultural see how the practical application of introvert and extrovert bagi dia beritahu. Okay, use the information above. I asked it to make a LinkedIn post. Okay, make a LinkedIn post. So dia dah biasa, dia dah pandai, and then they will learn from that. Hmm. Okay, so on LinkedIn, so on Facebook, how much money do you need in a year in USD to be top 1% in the world? Okay, from there, basically in the world, if you make about 60 to 70,000 US dollars a year, you are actually 1% of the world income. Sebenarnya sikit je. World currency income, the top percent net worth. So ini menunjukkan, okay, do you like to compare me to US and Malaysia? Malaysia. So dalam Malaysia, kalau you nak 1% income earner, you make about 20 to 25, you are the 1% in Malaysia. Not even T20. If you 1 month, you make more than 20,000, or 1 month you make more than 20,000, you are T1. Not even T20 for that matter. T20 is about 10,000. Household earning. And most of us, yang mana kerja kadang-kadang gaji 6-7 ribu, once gaji 6-7 ribu, campur is already top 10%, top 20%. This is how you can use ChatGPT in various ways. So you can get actually do different ideas, different aspects. For me, I use VOPE sometimes. How do you want to use VOPE? So let's share. This is one thing that I did for before bulan puasa. For one thing, I did for bulan puasa. The prompt was very clear. Okay. Uh, now, hmm, and, many, four, four, three, four, adult. Okay, lah, two adult and one child. First on, question is easy to make with with a budget of 5 per person. I need 30 days, make it healthy. Clear. I want them to create me a 30 days. You want to make it slightly different? Also can. You want to follow exactly? Also can. But again, whatever prompt that you put, this is what they get. Okay, the reason why I wanted to show this is a very generic prompt, tapi still specific. So, let's see. Even I type healthy pun salah. Let's see how. See. I gave them a specific year for how many person, a budget, and also a 30 days plan. So, boleh buka daripada sini. Lemak, mihun, nasi goreng, lempeng, whole wheat sandwich, roti telur, oat bread. Nasi impek dengan kuah kacang untuk sahur. That's nice. Because I already gave them a specific. And now, what we can do is, what kan dia dah bagi, what we can do is, how I usually do this is, what you can do from, to double check, sorry, to double check all the information, you ask them to critique this. You use ChatGPT's mind itself to challenge what is, critique this, and give improvement. So whatever information that you get from ChatGPT, my key is do critique this. So when critique this and ask them to give improvement, they will double check their work to see whether they themselves are hallucinating. So from here they dah tunjuk strengths, similar kid friendly choices, campur, part, protein and veggie, but then things to improve. Yeah. Dia sendiri cakap, oh this lack of protein, lack of vegetable, repetition task, banyak egg, rice and noodles. And cooking time and effort. You tak take in, dia cakap kat diri, dia cakap kat kita, ChatGPT told us that ChatGPT did not take into account all this. Eh? Ideally. So the reason why I like to use critique this is sometimes you don't remember the prompt that you wanted to do. So you and when you want to do the prompt, it's terlupa. So one of the things is use critique this. So they will take into account a lot of other factors. Macam ni. Diversify protein. Dia dah find out areas, the good things, the strength, and then the areas of improvement, suggested protein. Okay, tofu, sardine. Kalau tak, keep eating about the same thing. Boring juga. So, put in veggie. Then, dia bagi even give improvements or suggestion of make it team. Oh, Monday kita makan ni. Tuesday kita makan traditional. Thursday. Friday kita makan fiber. Siap bagi grocery basket idea. And bonus idea, add hydration tip. Okay. Then bawah ni, would you like me to revise the plan with this improvement? Create a weekly prep hack. Suggest a principle. Do number 1 and number 2. So this is one thing about you ask them to challenge themselves and ask them to put improvement. You can think of kalau you go to online, you can see a lot of people different type of. For me, is you ask them, you ask them, ask them, ask them. Quick tahu. So now the improved plan. Canai dan bubur dan mimi pun. Bubur tahu dan oh sandwiches, dan boleh macaroni goreng, kacang panjang. They take into account of your vegetable, your protein income, and lempeng with sambal. See, this can also apply at work, but I'm just sharing you a personal aspect so that you can see that the aspect of critic list is still the same. Okay? Bubur jagung, lontong, sayur lodeh, fried rice, whole meat. Again, you can also do one more time. Yep, those really. Application of ChatGPT in terms of prompting, remember this. Give them a clear instruction of what you want, the situation, the task that you want it to do, the action, and also the result. What do you want it in the end? What do you want it to do in the end? And also, after doing that, do the critique list so that they themselves will review the information that was given so that they themselves know what they can improve on. See like this what happens. The more you do it, the better the questions of the feedback questions comes back. The better, the more you try. That's why I ask people to try off personal first before you do professional or work wise, because let them understand you first, so that when you put in information in terms of professional, then they will actually provide you a better question. The better commun I know this sounds cliche, but bagi saya ChatGPT, you have better communication. Prompting is communication. How you want to communicate with your family on your kids, what you ask, what you do, then that's what you get back. So the better relationship that you have with your ChatGPT or your generative AI, the better that they can actually serve you moving forward. Okay, so now, uh, because ChatGPT, even though you do now plus, you can do image generation. A lot of people use it for various types of reasons. Nak convert jadi different type of theme. But then, yeah, it's good. Tapi sekarang ni, you can just ask it. Tapi tak cantik. So, cakap tak cantik. Okay. So, tak cantik. Then you can ask them to make it nicer. Ah, there you go. Okay, so before we end today's session, does anybody have any questions so far? Any thing that they wanted to ask? Open for questions. You can open your screen or put it in the chat box. So previously, there's a lot of people who share that they work for different companies. They get certification from companies, but for using Chat Generative AI, congratulations. I myself also done certification for as a AI certified trainer for Pixlr as well as Copilot. ChatGPT belum lagi sebab the good thing is ChatGPT Open AI Academy just open, which I can share with you after this. Okay, I would like to share with you as well. This is the Malaysian version of ChatGPT. It's under this company called Mesolotica. It's Malam is a multi-language Malay dialect, Malaysian or Malay dialect that's compatible with OpenAI. So you can go to chat. Tahu nanti dia ada apply. See, if you do the just now I just said create a calendar visual menu. Piak tak cantik. Now I give it make it infographic format with flowery. Kan cantik. So the better the clearer instruction that you give, the better the result is. Here was just create a calendar visual for the menu. Ya. Dia bagilah. You ask A, I give you A. You ask B, I give you B. Yeah, make it infographic format with flowery design. Dah siap. Siapa yang nak ni boleh. Eh? Siap. Download it. Okay, semua nanti kita sahur. This is the menu for sahur. For example lah. Sahur-sahur lah. If you want sahur. If you want for buku puasa, then you go for buku. Yeah, kan cantik. Then if you want to edit it, edit it. If you see whatever you misspell ke apa ke, not misspell, fix it. Okay, I'll show you a little bit about malam. Why they call it malam is because it's Malaysian LLM. So jadilah malam. Okay, the prompt reasoning that you can put in, you can break it down to Malay, Jawi, Mandarin, Tamil, Manglish, Sabahan, Kedah, and Perak. So usually I like to choose Manglish as an introduction. You go to user, you type what you want. Provide me the best way how to drive from JB to Penang with suggest with five suggestive spots to stop and rest and eat. Yeah, clear enough. I put it in Manglish because the Manglish, bila I choose Manglish, dia akan keluar macam Uncle Roger. Dia punya explanation. Why I bring this up? Because ChatGPT has, like I said, some companies, they have a bit more bias and discrimination. So ChatGPT punya Malay, if you want to use it to write Malay punya languages, dia akan ke arah Indonesian languages. So if you want to write surat or email that's very Malay centric or Mandarin centric or not, you can use Malam. It's free as well. You just log in. I'll give you the details after this. Okay. Hey, you want to go to JB Penang? Far leh, far leh. Okay. Don't worry, I'll tell you how to do. The best way is EPT Highway. Then continue North South Highway. Must pass Ipoh and Jao. Then only can reach Penang already. Sangat Uncle Roger. Journey will take about 6 hours only. So don't rush. Must take break also. Okay. This is English. So kalau kita tukar English, normal English. Okay. So I need to find, oh, that's a quite a journey. JB is the southern part of Malaysia, right next to Singapore. Like, do I need to know? But okay. So assuming it's 600 kilometers. So English, dia pun very English, very, very, ChatGPT English. So when we ask English nampak panjang kan, dia beritahu, let me break down. Stop. You want to see? Dapat sini daripada Kedah. See what happens. Ha nak pergi Penang daripada JB ke? Nampak? Dia punya, dia punya breakdown for each pumping is very different. Mula-mula, aku kena start kereta awal-awal. Stop. Mula aku pergi pagi-pagi sikit pagi-pagi jalan raya tu panjang gila. ChatGPT will not be able to do this unless he specifically tell them. Okay. Does it better? Yes, it does. It give me after this I say it based on any open LLM. This one is a mixture of Malau is a mixture of OpenAI as well as Malaysian. So I can give you the link after this. Give you link now. Saya cakap, kalau you want to use it for Malaysian context, this would be the best. Sebab dia bahasa Melayu kan, kita bagi bahasa Melayu kan. Ni Malay. Run. Wait. Melayu dia kena stop sikit. Kena refresh. It is not as, the word would be, it's not as stable as ChatGPT, but it's worth it. Because it's free, so guna je lah. Okay, sama je kan, saya pilih Malay. Oh wait, dia punya tu kena Ya. Bahasa Melayu dia pun bahasa Melayu pasar sikit. So it's not really specific. So if you want them to write surat apa pun boleh, tak ada masalah. You deal with a lot of government agents. So you want them to write a proper email. Okay. Tulis PLC file full for example. Very generic. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. So if you give all the information that you need, so they give you the whole elaboration first. Surat rasmi. Yeah. Dah? Ya. ChatGPT pun boleh. Tak ada masalah. Tapi dia punya, nampak? Dia punya Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh punya extent. You know the tiny little details that make us more Malaysian? It will not be there. Okay. Okay. Alah, dah tulis. Okay, if you go to ChatGPT, give the same prompt. Nampak? Yang prompt sangat, feel dia tak cukup. The little details. Okay. Then, bit more structure and a bit more able to do. So malam is something that you can test out. It's free. You just need to register. So it has in Mandarin as well for somebody who don't know how to speak Mandarin, who can speak Mandarin. Let's try. Mandarin. Siapa boleh? Betul ke? Correct. Siapa who can read in Mandarin? Tamil pun boleh. Jawi. Siapa yang ni Jawi? Ha, correct or correct? I don't know. But can try. My point is correct. Yeah, it looks correct in Mandarin. That's good. Siapa rasa Jawi? So my point is always try. There's no one specific way to do a prompting. Okay, but against popular opinion, there's no one specific way. You just have to be clear in what you want. So for me, I use star, but it can apply to you. I use star. Situation, tell the situation, tell the task that you want, tell the action that you want, and the result. And from there, you do the critique this, specifically for ChatGPT lah. Then from here, macam dia bagi, critique this, and give improvement. Buat apa kita nak pecah kepala to find a way to cater to these people, to cater to this ChatGPT or generative AI, ask them to figure it out themselves. So we just give them the proper instruction. Yeah. So can try. And one more thing, if you want to learn more on how the power of specifically what you want to use it for, whether you want to use it, you will use ChatGPT for in school, for businesses, for ni, just log in to AI Academy, Open AI Academy. Like that. If you already have the account, I don't know why. Cannot get in. Sign in. Okay. AI Academy is free. Go learn by yourself. Each of them has specific introduction of AI, live in crisis, ChatGPT. Okay? From how you want to use it for small business. This is very specific to your industry or in the line of your work. Ni, advanced features for non-profits. Free, just go in, belajar sendiri. Yang ni dah ada. For K12, automatic how you want to use graphics. Maybe later. For K12 educator. For ADU. AI Academy free. Ni benda ni memang open public. I will share the link to you guys. Feel free to self-learn, self-pace. Let's look sini. So, does anybody have any questions before we end the session today? Thank you so much for your time. I love the fact that everybody here is very interactive and share a lot of questions. I hope that this has been beneficial. Usually, it's more in when we have more time, we can do a lot more exercises, but this is more of an introduction. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jadi,
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Faris, for the excellent presentation. There's a lot of input gained today. All right. So I think there is no question for today's session. So I'll be continue with the closing. As for the video recording of this session, it will be available on our YouTube channel, Excel Academy Malaysia by tomorrow. Now, let me inform you guys about our upcoming training sessions. If you are interested in enrolling in one of these courses, please feel free to contact us. So we have digital marketing training, digital marketing masterclass, digital marketing professional in April. We also have CapCut for video marketing, Canva AI Bootcamp, also in April. We also have introduction to AI tools, enhancing office productivity, ChatGPT and AI tools, content creation and marketing. And the last course for digital marketing is social media marketing. Not only that, we also have Microsoft training, Microsoft Excel basic level, intermediate and advanced level, which is confirmed session next week. And then we also have introduction to Power BI, Microsoft Power BI. And lastly, we have human resources course, which is understanding the Employment Act 1955 and latest amendments. I think that basically it. Thank you all for your participation and have a great day. Once again, thank you so much, Mr. Faris.
thank you and have a good day, everybody. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.